Well, you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ready, dope.
All right, let's do it.
This is the 50,000-watt voice of the numbers guys in the Motor City.
And now, live from Studio 8B, it's time to BS with the guys.
Well, what is going on, Numbers Nation? Hello and welcome. I'm JT. You may know me as Mr. Midwest. We are the 50,000-watt voice of the numbers guys, and this show is BS. That's beer and sports. Beer and sports. Hey, if you're joining us live on YouTube, man, is it great to be with you. Please feel free to chime in the chat and say hello. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're seeing us on replay or possibly in syndication, it would be great if you could give us a thumbs up. Looks like this, just a thumb. You tap that. And a subscription, if you're not already subscribed, would be big league appreciated. And by the way, I'm going to say it again. If you would prefer to text us, still nobody's taken advantage of this yet.
My dad text you one time?
He sent us a message via our website.
Like it's a free delivered pizza.
You can feel free to text us live. To text us on the show, it's going to be TNG as in the numbers guys live, because yes, that is what we are. 007 like James Bond. And if you can't read or spell, 864
Dig a hole.
548.
You're probably not good at numbers then.
That's true. 3007. 3007.
That's why we're here for
with
them.
me
They need us.
for
TNG.
the entire hour. Wearing the Red Wings. He transitioned.
I did all my surgeries in one weekend.
Oh, congratulations. We got my boy Toads. What's up, Toads?
Hello, good evening. Emotional Lions game last weekend, but I've relaxed, reflected, and I'm happy, and I enjoyed the ride, and I look forward to next year. So, I let my anger out. I'm going through the stages of recovery here and grief and all that good stuff. So, but I'm positive for next season. Anger's out of the way, and we're moving on.
You're not firing Dan Campbell?
No. I like aggressiveness. I'd rather have somebody too aggressive than too conservative. So I'll take that.
Yeah,
point.
baby.
It's a good point. In the pink, it's a manly
And
color.
your pink shirt.
Yeah, your pink shirt.
Salmon?
I like that color. It looks sharp on
Salmon.
you, pal. My boy D Dub. What's
Can we get Rich a carton of Crayola crayons?
I don't know if that's quite salmon, is it?
I think it's
That's a light pale pink. You
I've eaten some salmon that color in my day.
I don't like salmon. Man, salmon's terrible.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
What are you
a fan.
talking about? It's delicious.
Oh,
No.
man, it's horrible. I can't eat that.
too fishy.
Yeah.
Do you eat tuna fish?
I like tuna fish.
Oh, I don't
mixed,
care.
mixed with mayonnaise.
How do you-
Oh, yeah.
That's fishy
Step
too.
right over tuna fish to
Negative.
Now I hear tuna fish off the grill is pretty
Yeah, I've heard that.
not
tuna
fishy.
steaks.
Tuna
I'll do that.
steaks.
Those are good.
I could give that a whirl.
Raw fish could go to the birds.
Literally.
Yep.
I'm a fan.
What was I going to say about you? Oh, you just going to come from court, or where were you? You look awfully nice today.
I'm from court. I have a day job,
Okay.
so
All
I
right.
have to occasionally meet with people.
Gotcha. You're looking
So-
good. You're looking sharp. I like that on you.
It's that time of year for you to meet people. Huh?
And next to you on time today, the man in the beanie, straight out of Compton. We got my boy Richie Rich. What's happening down there, Ricardo?
Not too much. Is this the point where I give a commentation on how I'm feeling? And
You can do whatever you want.
Everything's
This is
been-
your time. Your airtime.
I look forward to knowing how Tones' reaction and feelings are. And
That's what I talk about. This is counseling.
I am too.
yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one, guys.
Tough loss. We're gonna get to that. We'll talk about that.
I know. We'll talk
We'll
about
talk
it.
about that.
Got a
But
question for you. So
Oh,
we're
yeah,
in
sure.
syndication one day,
Yeah.
and whatever network. Are you gonna let them use your likeness?
oh yeah, yeah. No, this is
You
all.
gonna sell your likeness then? And
This is all for the glory. It's not about the money. Just I'm happy to have people have my face in front of them. As unfortunate for them as that might be.
The Power and Glory, one of your favorite Rush songs.
I don't even know that. one.
Oh my gosh!
Sounds like something-
Taking your Rush card away.
you sure that's not
Glory.
church?
Yeah, that's what I've heard it. I got the label over my head again. That's good. Well placed. Hey, the new studio, we're gonna have some changes, so we won't have to worry about that.
Like Ozzy going through changes.
Changes. There
You
you
should
go.
have an arm coming out of there, drinking, putting it in your mouth.
Yeah, it would be cool. Like an animation where it should
It's
be
like you
a
had for
numbers
Jim the
guy's
other day,
keg.
where his arm was holding a bourbon. And you just have it coming out of there into your.
Took me an extra 5 minutes to make that happen.
So it's
So I hope you enjoyed it.
last show in this studio?
This is probably it.
This is it.
This is probably going to be the last
The
one in the
send-off,
studio.
huh?
I
yeah.
think so.
Do we
So
got a
many
montage?
memories.
Just look around, drink it all in. Look around. Yeah, this is probably the last one.
You could take a chair home for your house.
Yeah,
Humble beginnings here.
This is where we started, and the next studio even better and bigger and better.
Yes.
More room.
More space.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Folks at home, we are the only show where four friends, that's this many. I review this every week in case you forget. Four friends, four finance guys, four lifelong sports fans get together every week on Thursdays, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We drink a little bit of beer. You know, we talk a little bit of sports. We BS a little. And folks, we have what's bigger than a mountain? I don't know.
I don't know. I got to share.
A
I gotta
canyon,
share
but
this.
it's reversed.
Yeah, a reverse
An ocean?
canyon. An
not
ocean.
a reverse
Yes, we have an ocean of BS. Ocean of BS for you tonight. Let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start off. We're going to talk, of course, about the Lions' loss in the Super Bowl that's upcoming.
That
Not the
sounds
Lions' loss in
uplifting.
the Super Bowl, but the Lions' loss and the Super Bowl. We're going to do a little trivia. We have to determine who's going to be buying the beer next week, or maybe 2 weeks, because we may not have a place to do the show next week. So we need to figure that out. I have a March Madness. It's not too early. It's February 1st today. And I have a March Madness NCAA National Championship pro tip for you. Not that I'm a pro. This came from somebody else, but I have a pro tip
Is
that you might be interested
bet
in.
all on Michigan? Is that
That wasn't it, incidentally. No.
That would not be a good bet.
No, that doesn't sound good. I know they haven't been performing
Not
too
this
well,
year.
the
Not this year.
Wolverines. We're going to review our top picks, or at least the standings from our top picks for the year, and we're going to issue out some fresh top picks for you as well. So we got all that coming up. But first thing, anybody have any top picks that'll be going off prior to 8:30ish when we probably get around to those?
I have two games going on right now, or just starting up, maybe. Detroit is tipping off at 7:30. They're 7.5 point underdogs. They're 0-24, so I'm taking Cleveland State.
That's UDM.
UDM
Okay.
just can't win. They might get one, but it ain't gonna be tonight.
okay.
And Appalachian State is my pick. I think that's tipping off about right now. So
Okay.
take them. Take App State. They're the road favorite.
App State money line.
No, -7 or whatever
App
it
State
is.
-7.
Yeah, look it up on your local app.
Check your
Sporting-
local listings.
Yes.
You heard it here first. D-Dub, anybody? Anything?
Pascal Siakam,
Okay.
Pacers at Knicks.
Okay.
He's been playing pretty well. He needs 21 tonight.
21 points.
Over 20.5.
Okay.
I said 21, but over 20.5.
Okay.
Don't get hung up by that half point. That happens to me quite a bit.
7-10 start, probably.
Did you think that was a good idea I had earlier? About
was the idea?
running a sports book and you give everybody a half point grace?
I think that's a good idea for you or for your clients.
I hate losing bets by half a point.
It's not.
I know it's
It
not
sucks.
fun.
Captain Hook.
No, yeah. Gets you every time.
Don't like it? I don't like it.
Yeah, you usually
nothing
want
like-
to tell everybody what you talked about off the air before you introduce it.
Just a little insight behind the scenes.
Show prep.
I don't
BTS.
want to tell tales outside of school, but There you go.
Yeah.
Anybody have luck with the Lillard superstar boost last night? Where he had to score 25, and then there was this Bucks money line over Portland, who's won about 8 games this year.
No, I
That's
didn't.
some information we needed yesterday.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Lillard scored 25, but the Bucks lost.
Actually, I saw that earlier. Gary just put that in the comments. He said last night. Last night's game. No, I'm kidding. I did not see that. Was that the DK?
DK had boosted to 150. You know, like I don't even. They make it seem like it's an easy win, and then I'd say 50% or less come through.
Sounds about right.
What if Rich told you that it was for MGM?
I don't think I believe it.
Spit take?
Yeah, oh yeah, spit take for sure. We know it's not MGM.
No,
He's got his allegiance.
I have something. I have two. I got UT Arlington. This is going to be NCAA hoops, college hoops. UT Arlington and Southern Utah over 157.5. That game's at 8:30. And then I have St. Thomas, Minnesota, and Omaha under
Hockey.
No, this is the same thing. This is also college basketball.
Division 2.
No, I think it's still D1.
There's 345 Division I basketball
Yeah, a
teams.
lot
Rich.
of
Shit, that
D1
many.
basketball
So
teams.
there's like triple college football.
Yeah,
ton.
2.5, 3.
It's the same for volleyball too. They have like 300 teams.
Really?
Or, well, whoever has a team. Like,
Okay.
A bunch of those small schools are D1. Though.
It's going to be under 141.5. Under 141.5. That's at 8 o'clock tonight. So I got two of my top picks kicking off.
Scraping the barrel down there.
Yeah, it's not easy with football being gone. Oh, hey, we got some chat too, real quick. We got Quentin Dubs.
Oh.
Fresh Cuts Quentin. He
Ball.
says hi. He says new studio. And he says ocean. Man, he's on the same page. Ocean
Great minds
regarding
think
a-
alike, cue ball.
bigger than a mountain. Not a Soldier says, where are y'all going for your next studio? It's actually right next door to this studio.
I thought it was gonna be Lauren's living room.
Is that, she doesn't want that.
Did you run it by?
crazy?
Did you run it by her?
It's approved.
That's approved.
Yeah. So it's going to be literally
allow it.
right next door. Right next door.
Okay.
And then Quentin also says that I win money when I beat my dad in March Madness.
Ooh.
Good for you,
Those
Quentin.
are fighting words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad is a big March Madness honk.
Okay.
Kind of
Yeah,
sore.
he takes
Or
the
whatever.
couple days off and just sits there and watch.
Oh, he just plops
Yes, sir.
all in. That's good. That's cool. Fun times.
Quentin, if you stay tuned, I'm going to give you some inside information that's going to help you pick the winner, the national champion this year. I'm going to give
To
it to you.
pick the perfect bracket.
Yep. I
and
don't know about
win
the perfect
millions.
bracket, but
Has anybody ever picked that? I don't think so, right?
I don't think it's ever happened. No.
It seems like in this day and age they could get some computer to generate
Well, if it spits out like
1.5
2 billion
million.
brackets.
Yeah, it's a lot of paper. Not even Uncle Vinny goes through that much paper. And then we got Lauren Younga says, no, he did not say that we're coming to her living room. She says, she says you can go to Rich's living room.
Yeah, but
With that
hers
stuff.
is cleaner. So
Hers-
we'll go to Lauren's.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Don't worry, I'll work it out behind the scenes.
Okay.
all
Smooth it
good.
over.
Yeah.
We're good.
Don't even worry about it. Just set up shop there.
You guys at home and girls, Lauren included, the way we start the show off every time, or the first segment, is a little segment that we call Libation Exploration. Want to hear it?
Yes.
Here it go.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
And we have returned in Studio 8B. Tonight's beer. This was a Tones purchase. I think that he was on a deferred, because Richie's supposed to bring it last week.
Yeah,
a
that was on
deferred,
deferred payment. Yeah.
deferred payment plan. This is, what is this? This is,
Wait, Tones picked us?
Tones picked this.
Well, I picked a couple other ones, light beers, but Jim, I did one IPA because I saw lemon and lime peels. I thought maybe that would be appealing to me.
All right.
And it sounded cool. I like war pigs. You know, if I'm
War
going to
Dogs.
battle, I want war
Pretty good
pigs.
movie.
I want war pigs with me.
So, Tones, this is a India Pale Ale from our friends at War Pigs Brewing, which I'm thinking it's in Munster. I think they're somehow related to Three Floyds.
Munster, Indiana?
Yeah, Munster, Indiana.
Rivals.
Or they could be rivals. They could be rivals. It says,
Like 2 shows in town there.
but the website looks the same
I'm
with the
liking
same
the
spinning
aroma so
cans.
far. I didn't taste it yet.
7.5 ABV, luminiferous
like that.
India Pale Ale.
yeah.
Stuff was spitting.
Bold citrus and tropical flavors. I like tropical flavors. Illuminating refreshment with a
smell
malt build that mirrors traditional wit beer. Whoa, it's gonna be different. All of that was hidden shall be revealed.
What's a wit beer? Anybody know?
Wheat.
Oh. Is that like a secret name among the
That's
IPA
what
drinkers?
us IPA snobs call it.
I found the best IPA in the
Have
world.
you? Oh, you already tasted it. Okay. All right.
Wow.
If I had to drink any IPA,
This is the one?
this is it.
Yeah, you texted me. You said, this is going to be great. Let me get a
This is the one.
quick shot of this guy here. And that's what it looks like. Slightly hazy. Very slightly hazy. Not highly carbonated. Nice little white head there. D-Dub?
You're on the fence there about whether you need to get that checked
A
out.
little cloudy.
Yeah.
A little cloudy.
A little cloudy.
That could be, what could that be?
Looks like syphilis.
It tastes like syphilis, too.
Chlamydia.
Isn't syphilis on the way back? Or is that
I hear it's
another-
making a comeback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you go get like holes in your head and shit like that?
Yes. That was like the #1 killer in
Back on
the
the
Civil
boats.
War.
Yeah.
Didn't like Blackbeard have syphilis? or
Yes.
something? He went crazy.
And Scarvy.
scurvy.
Scurry.
Am I out of focus?
No, a little too. There
He didn't have orange peel IPA.
I thought you were
stuff.
looking a little better there, out of focus. But
Thank you.
yo, all right. I feel like I've had something very similar to this, but yeah, these are tasty ones. I'm down with the lemon lime colander or whatever we got rolling in here.
Yeah. It's enough fruitiness to lighten it up enough for me.
I got my label like rolled up though. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
They put it on the old Molson Ice can.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Is that?
Probably one I drank out of back in the day.
There's really no aftertaste, right?
That's-
Is that
That's a bonus for me.
that's a bonus.
That's a bonus
Yeah.
for an IPA.
Yeah, it's a clean IPA, as they say.
What would you
Jim looks very happy over there. I think he's about to pull off a high rating here.
I just gave Jim a chubby.
I can't stand up to fix the camera again for a while, so put a book over it. I used to do in high school.
Not me.
Oh, maybe I used to do that. I don't know. Big
I live
book.
with a micro penis.
That's right.
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I think my picks of beer so far this year has been. I mean, the whole season has been lights out. So
you should
Pat
toot your
yourself
own
on the back.
I'm
toot
gonna
your
touch
own
my-
Viking horn?
I'm gonna touch my own pee-pee.
An exercise and self-congratulation.
Save that for shout outs.
Yeah. Shout out myself. That's a
I'm
Richard
shouting
move.
out my beer picks.
Did anybody give a rating yet? I'm sorry. I was up milling around for a minute there.
Richie?
No.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll give it a 4.2. It's pretty tasty.
Wow, 4-2.
Clean.
Yeah.
I like it. I'd order it again or have it or take it from Tones' fridge. I don't know, wherever I'm at.
Wherever you got it.
I'm down. I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm going to say 3. Pretty good.
Well,
I don't remember what 3 means, but I'm going to say it's kind of right in the middle.
Not kicking it out of bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 4.3 on an IPA scale. This is my ceiling, I think. So
a 4-3.
I don't know if an IPA could go above that for me, but this is the ceiling.
4-3. I'll put them up here. That we remind the folks at home. 3 is I wouldn't kick it out of bed. Our scale goes to 5, by the way. Well, 4-3. It's impressive, Tones. That is
This
impressive.
is one of the few that I could drink multiples of.
All right. This is. Can I give a 5? I don't know if I want to give a 5. It's like a 4.95.
I don't
4.95.
think tell how excited you were.
Portnoy,
is
Portnoy
great.
never gives a 10, I don't think. So
Right. Yeah, we
you
can't.
never hit the top.
You know, it reminds me if you guys have ever had. I think I actually brought it in before. You maybe weren't here that day. Tones is. It's a beer from New Holland Brewing, Tangerine Space Machine. I think we had that maybe not that long ago. Even
That sounds good.
it's an orange can.
I
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's got that tangerine and very tropical flavor. However, that tastes a little more IPA-like. This is like if you threw a little bit of Blue Moon maybe in with
Yeah,
that.
I could see that.
It's got that weedy character to it. I think this is fantastic, refreshing,
War Pigs.
tasty. ABV 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Is that what you're going to
That
ask
was
me?
the big question, yeah.
Is that what you're looking
7.5
at for
doesn't- man.
I checked all the boxes.
Excellent.
bad.
I highly recommend this. Again, I'm gonna put this up. Put this back up here. This is Blinding Light Show from War Pigs Brewing.
Is this reminiscent of Boss Tweed?
A little bit, but not as IPA, not as hoppy.
Yeah. You lose about 2%, but You gain a little less.
More drinkability, I think.
Drinkability, yeah. There you go. Very tasty.
Excellent.
Not bad, Tones. Not bad.
Yeah.
Carried
good
at
call,
your local Total Wine. So,
Was that where that was? Total
Yes.
Wine? Yeah, they should start sponsoring us. We mentioned them so many times. Yeah. Oh, also in the chat, Lauren says that is true regarding her living room being cleaner than Rich's.
shot across the bow.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't plan on doing this as a hot topic, but maybe we should do this as a hot topic. I want to talk about the upcoming Super Bowl and also what happened to the Lions. So,
What are we gonna pick? Hot topics.
all right, I guess the hot topic would be going for it on fourth. Going for it on fourth down.
No problem at all with me. Maybe Josh could maybe catch a couple of those balls like he had been all year, and we wouldn't be talking about this right
Yeah,
now.
the play calls weren't bad for the conversions. They just didn't execute. And I would the second one I would have went for the tie probably the field goal to tie it up with getting late in the game. I would have took the tie there. The first one I was okay going for it and try to put the game on ice. So I was okay with that in the first half, but. Was getting near the end, take the tie, at least keep the game one possession. So
I almost think the opposite of you. I kind of that first one when they were up by three. They were up by 3 scores, I think.
They were up 14. Their first one.
Is that in the beginning of the third quarter?
First
after
possession of the third quarter after the 49er kick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have put them back up by 17.
I think
so
you just
Or
matched
21.
that 3 points they just got, and
I would have kicked it too. But you know what? I have no problem with going for it, and that's
Yeah.
kind of been the identity all year.
The kick was a 48-yarder. That's not an
oh, that's true.
automatic.
Yeah, it's not an automatic.
Nope.
And Badgley is not traditionally. Now he did make the one against the Rams in a dome, but he's really traditionally not a high-end
Yeah,
kicker.
got no problem with any of those decisions. For me, it only comes down to what happened on the final drive.
Oh, that
and
was
granted,
stupid.
the game could be over at that point.
Sure.
But that's the only thing I have problem with.
the run,
You
burn
can't.
the timeout.
Not even the run.
Yeah, well,
Don't
it's-
call. You cannot call the timeout.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, you cannot. You lose the game when you call the timeout.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they
ball game.
they coulda kicked
You're
off.
banking on a 1.5%
It's a-
chance of recovering
Yeah.
an onside
I would.
kick.
I would still go for the onside, but you just can't get the ball back. I mean, there's nothing. You're
Yeah.
done after that. Well, that was
Terrible.
yeah, I
That
agree
was
with
a
you.
bad decision. It does end up coming down to third down. I actually was at Rich's house, and third down.
How was the living room?
Pretty clean.
Clean?
I
Okay.
think Lauren might have had a hand in that.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
It was very
Okay.
clean.
spruced up.
Right.
Both Lawyers were there hours
That-
before you guys.
That confused me a bit too, but yeah, third down they run the ball, and I was saying, I was telling everybody at the party, you got 2 downs, you got to throw the ball,
Yep.
and then Lauren, not realtor Lauren,
Okay.
call her not realtor Lauren.
Yeah, the other.
She said, but it's fourth down, and it just confounded me. I lost my train of thought, but. Yeah, you can't run that ball on third down. Call a timeout, just kills everything. Even if they do run that ball, they could have still just
Let the clock go.
did a tush push or whatever.
Just kind of.
But you got to keep the
Right.
timeout.
Right.
You got to keep the timeout. What are you gonna do? That's a learning.
It was tough to
What do you call that, Jimmy?
yeah.
really watch
a lesson.
that third quarter as when it was like everything that you could think of possibly could go wrong went wrong. And it started with that big ass throw that bounced off. Was it Vildor's helmet?
Off his face
So
mask.
that could have been an interception. To
I
a
agree.
huge gain.
But
like,
the guy threw the flag, and they would have called. I guarantee you, they would have called pass interference on that play if he didn't catch
just
that ball.
accidentally dropped that flag and
Yeah.
accidentally pick it back up.
he picked it up. Yeah.
Right. So you can't tell me that was like really that big of a game changer because I think the 49ers get the ball down there anyways.
Yeah.
It would have been a terrible call. It looked like if anything it was offensive pass
That's what I was
interference.
thinking. That's a possibility of that. But-
When's the last time you seen that called? I don't even know if it was called this year in the
Nah.
NFL.
Yeah, I've seen,
I've seen it
a
a couple
couple
times.
It was a couple times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always
It's
by
a
the end
weird
zone.
call.
Like,
It's- I
And it's a
mean,
very small.
set a pick.
They're
sort
not going
of
to call that
situation.
an NFC championship.
No.
Not
What
offensive.
happened with the accidentally dropped flag that was picked up? I didn't hear this.
No, so they picked up the flag after the guy completed the pass.
Yeah, they went off the guy's helmet.
Oh,
That
okay.
50
Okay, I see what
bob.
you're saying.
They threw a
Yeah.
flag initially, and then
Before it happened, the ref had threw the flag right before it bounced off his helmet.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I
he could have
gotcha.
just simply said, it was a penalty, but it doesn't have any relevance. That's happened on
Sure.
a
Oh,
weekly
numerous
basis.
times. Numerous times,
Yes.
sure.
But instead, he had the gall to say that there was no penalty.
was
which
no-
yeah.
is,
So I would say going into that game, I was kind of calm. I'm usually like stressed out on a big game, but I'm like, we're playing with house money, way exceeded expectations. But the problem is the game went on. I got more vested in because I'm like, holy crap! I just watched the KC Baltimore game, and then I see the Lions come off like world beaters in the first half. I'm like, we could go all the way. I mean, like at halftime, I'm thinking we're going to Super Bowl, and we could.
The offense looked unstoppable.
Yeah, we could take this all the way to the house. And so then I got more stressed out because I'm like, I started believing that it could have just all come together this year, like magically. And we had some fairy tale run in the works here. But so then I got destroyed. Now, if it was a close game and, it was back and forth the whole game, it wouldn't have hurt me as much because I wouldn't have expected them to go there and do that. But the way they came out, I'm like, they had that game, gift wrapped it, and they just let it slide. So
I think me and Daryl were cautiously optimistic at halftime. I think we've seen enough football to know that 17 can.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that can evaporate.
when
I mean, they
Anthony
were.
was
That was
making
quick,
his
though.
travel accommodations to
Oh,
Vegas,
yeah, I was shopping.
I went to ESPN Bet and got plus 300 on the 49ers.
Nice.
So-
Nice. Good call.
yeah. I was calling.
So it's blame me.
I was calling.
Don't blame
I was
Dan
calling
Campbell,
Circa.
blame me.
I was booking my my cabana for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we were ready to go, man. And then, it went so fast. I mean, it was, 8 minutes that lead was gone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just those few minutes is a total. It happened so fast. I'm like, what the frick? Just what I just witnessed here.
Not only that, like when Purdy was thrown across his body, like when you start getting stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
all that pressure. They're like in his face, and he lobs it up. And
That should have been a
just
pick six.
Yeah, I'm like, what
He doesn't impress me very much.
I
at
was
all.
impressed with the runs. Several, got to be 3 or 4
was using his
solid
wheels,
runs on
Right.
third downish.
Well, if the Lions
And,
could produce any pressure outside of Hutchinson, then they should be taking that down. I'm sure they'll address that this year.
He played, right? He played in the game, Hutchinson?
He was there.
Present.
Not one of his better games.
It happens.
And we also had the Ravens shit the bed.
Oh,
Not a surprise.
a little harsh.
I think
No, they shit the bed.
Well, Lamar's got a
terrible.
Pretty much.
record of that.
he does have a track record, so does Harbaugh.
But Lamar didn't have that bad of a game, I didn't think.
Did you see that
He had
play where he
250,
caught his own
260.
pass?
That was
That was
something.
great.
That he took off. He had rockets on his back.
I thought he was gone.
Yeah.
I can't
was
believe the guy
wild.
caught him.
Yeah.
that would have been one of the best
I
plays in
think
history.
showing maybe that obviously Mahomes is he's Michael Jordan. Lamar could be like Bo Jackson. Maybe he's playing the wrong position
I
or
think
something.
maybe like a Bill Cartwright,
No. I think he's got
Scottie Pippen.
athleticism.
Who was the white guy?
Maybe
at
off the
Bulls?
charts. Bill
Paxton.
Paxton.
Pennington?
Is it Paxton? Yeah, it was Paxton.
They also had the European later in the second round.
Oh, they had
Tony
Steve-
Kukoc.
they had
Yes.
Coach.
Yeah.
Kerr.
Coach.
Yeah, Steve
Steve Kerr.
No, but I mean, as explosive as Baltimore's offense was most of the season, 10 points at home. Yeah,
wasn't good.
that's the thing. Like, he didn't play that bad, but like, you need points. Like 10 points at home. Like,
Well, they shot themselves in the
Yeah.
foot over and over
Yeah.
again. I think we got over by the second half. But what they had a touchback, first of all, right?
that fumble was horrible too. On the
Where the ball went through the.
Yeah, that was.
Then I think they turned it over twice within the 20 after that. So I mean, they should have. They were better in Kansas City. They just didn't
Yeah, they didn't convert.
get the job done.
Yeah, Zay Flowers. Oh, there you go. Quentin says this because Zay Flowers being an idiot. The guy was a
Quentin.
moron.
Clean it up, my friend.
He had that taunting
This is
call,
not
and then
the
there
place
was
for that
there was
kind of-
another. Maybe there was 2 more unsportsmanlike calls. It wasn't on Flowers, but on the Ravens
Yeah.
earlier in the game.
I think so.
Like,
yeah.
what are these guys doing out there? You can't be taking penalties like that in the game.
Rookie
like that.
stuff in championship game.
You'd have to go look at the stats, but I don't think that their offense was ever. I mean, Zay Flowers is really it, and then several running backs that I don't know. The offense, the defense, I think, is. And I think
Andrews
the Chiefs.
is a stud, too.
Yeah. And they got him back, but.
You're right, though. They do it with like one of the average, below war average running backs all the time.
So Zay Flowers, yeah. I mean, that's your guy, and then he has
He's awesome. Where's he from? Boston College
two
or something?
boo-boos that, yeah, I think
I never even heard of the guy. He's he's like one of those guys I need to see him perform to believe he's good in the draft. But, man, they finally hit it. They have a history of drafting terrible first-round receivers.
But Zay Flowers ultimately cost them the game.
I think they cost him the game.
I don't think that's true. I think the Chiefs took their foot off the gas, their proverbial foot off the gas. You know what I mean? Because it just kind of seemed like they were in.
They let them linger. They let them linger in there.
Because Kansas City defense is.
It felt like the game was over, but you're
Defense
like,
was
it's only a touchdown. It's only a touchdown. Like they're still alive, But
Well, I think they only got one drive within one score at the end, right? And then that was it because they kept turning it over. Like, they would drive down the field and just throw a pick or whatever they were doing.
Zay Flowers.
It's too bad. Everybody in America
Fumble
wanted
through the end
Baltimore,
zone.
Detroit. I think we're all tired of the usual, but here we are again. Can't wait to see a rematch of the Super Bowl from 3 years ago.
Yeah, right. Been to that movie before. Yeah, but it was a great weekend of football. If you're into football, I mean, you didn't have anything.
Honestly, it's
You
been
like
a
football?
couple.
I like football.
It's been a couple days though, and I just think about like the season, like how fun it was. Honestly, it was. I know it sucked, but just so many like fun memories, like them beating the Rams. Man, that still sticks in my head. Like that was such a big hurdle to get over, and the Tampa Bay game was close but fun. And I don't know how you don't think this team is like San Francisco's been in the NFC Championship. What, like 4 of the last 5 years? I don't see how this team doesn't have a similar run.
And now
coming.
both coordinators are back for the ride.
They're both back, and man, I think they have 17 returning starters guaranteed. I mean, plus whoever Holmes drafts this year.
A lot of good young contributors that hopefully will take another step forward. So.
I think a lot of these guys on radio too think they're going to overspend in free agent. I don't think they're going to do that though. I think they're going to keep the guys they got that they want. I think Holmes is not a dummy. He's not going to bring in these overpriced veterans for no reason. Mm-hmm. If anything, it'd be a 1-year deal type thing. But they're just going to stay young and they're just going to keep reloading. And like, honestly, for once, I don't care if they draft 29th because I trust this guy, what he's doing. He just knows how to scout these guys really good too. So I'm excited for next year already. So
yeah, I would say just keep working toward that offensive line, even though it was almost perfection, just keep adding those pieces.
Have good depth there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
So with the Ravens out and the Lions out, that leaves us with 2 options for the Super Bowl this year. And here's what we got. You got the 49ers and the Chiefs, as you're probably well aware at home. You got the Chiefs on the money line. They're the underdog, plus 109. 49ers, minus 129. Chiefs are getting 2. Getting 2, and 47.5 is the total. What do you guys make of this?
Oh, my gosh. I thought I was sharp getting in right away.
Yeah, what'd you get it at?
Chiefs money line, even money.
Even
Oh,
money.
is it even?
It's only a plus 110 right now, but
Okay.
it just...
I think you got to get in, though. I think it's going to be damn close to a pick 'em. Not that 110 is not that far off from a pick 'em, but...
It was a 2.5 point spread for a minute today. I don't know where it ended, but on FanDuel. But
I think aren't the majority of the bets on KC too? Like, isn't
Yes.
I don't understand the dynamic. There must be some big money on San Fran, but
yeah, what do you see, Jimmy? Are you looking at Juice Reel? Are you looking at?
I honestly
Odds
haven't
Jam?
really paid too close of attention to it.
Juice Reel was telling me it was something
yeah.
like 80-20. The
Really?
money on
That money?
every which way.
On KC.
Yeah.
Wow.
So why is the number going up?
Now, if this was a...
You say the fix is in.
well, that's what I'm saying. If this was a regular season game or a college football game or a soccer, MLS soccer game, when you see that and there's a lot of money on one side and the line doesn't move, I usually take the side that the sportsbook's on in that situation, but not for a Super Bowl so much. I don't know if there's a lot to that or not.
Right.
I'm seeing pretty clear right now after all this NFL season not being very good. come the end of the year, I'm doing okay. I'm seeing things, and to me, it feels like KC all day, and I got the money line on that. But if somehow it gets to 3.5, by God, I'll take the 3.5, and I'll get Rich's bourbons, and I'm putting the mortgage on 3.5.
Yeah, I think if it gets to
crazy.
3.5, you would have to. I mean, who wouldn't take that deal?
Nuts.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a field goal type game, but I don't know. San Francisco, look, they're tough. I don't know.
They're a tough team.
They're tough. Yeah, Debo has challenges, but I like the experience. At the end of
Casey's
the
got
day,
that
it's
swagger.
Patrick Mahomes versus Brock Purdy, and I don't. I'm taking Mahomes on this
If
one.
the game's on the line in the fourth, you got to trust Mahomes.
Greatest quarterback of all time?
It's got
I mean,
a chance.
could be.
Tom Brady?
He could.
Patrick Mahomes. I'm probably going with Mahomes because I remember the last 5 years of Brady, but not that it was bad, but I still think
He's
Mahomes.
got a chance to be the best.
We'll see how his last 10 years goes, But
Look what he's done this year with nobody. I mean, who are these receivers?
Well, Brady
They're a bunch
did
of
that too
nobody.
for a long time. I mean, Deion Branch was probably the best of the bunch, and that
there's
guy's
truth
sucked.
in that. There's truth
He had
in that.
Gronkowski. I mean,
Yeah, towards the end of his
Towards the end of his
and he's
career.
got and Mahomes has Kelsey, so I mean,
No, yeah, that's a good point.
That's what
a good point.
Their security blankets.
and I don't know. Brady had a lot more luck than Mahomes had. I mean, the tuck rule was invented for him.
Sure.
Talk about the script. Give me a break. That was the Raiders Super Bowl all day that
Technically,
year.
I think it already existed when he got some form of the tech rule when the play happened. Right?
Everybody knew that was a fumble, just like everybody knew Calvin Johnson scored a touchdown, and
They changed the rules for him.
changed the rules for him. Even Brady himself says to this day that was a fumble. He didn't know the rule.
He patted the ball. Patted it.
Pettit.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Still mad at that call. That started the whole thing, though. I think that was the first year.
They should put that in the combine.
Pass.
Somehow work that into the.
So the old who was the Raiders GM that used to do the drafts? He says it's burping the baby is what he calls it when they pad the ball. Mike something.
Oh, I think it was Al
You remember?
Davis.
Dale Davis?
No, he
Yeah,
was
I
the
think he was-
GM when
That makes sense.
Gruden was there. And he used to be on the NFL Network though. Mike Maycock or something like that.
Oh, Mayock?
Mayock. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's yeah.
Huh.
Burping the baby. That's what he calls it when you pat. How many times the quarterback pats the ball before he throws it?
I did not know that.
Okay.
Rich's all-time favorite quarterback played for John Gruden and the Oakland Raiders.
Jamarcus?
Rich Gannon.
Oh, Rich Gannon.
Gannon.
Oh, yeah. You liked him because he had the same name as you, probably.
Not a lot of guys in
I was like
professional
Jim
sports
McMahon.
named Rich. Daryl
Cannon.
covered that for me once.
true.
Gannon the cannon.
That's true. So to break it down, then, Rich, you're on the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Chief
T-Dub
Nation.
on the Chiefs.
Swift.
I'm tailing Rich.
Tailing Swift, Rich.
Tone on the Niners, I think. Right?
I have a slight lean to the Niners, but I'm not secured my decision yet.
All right, JT, I'm on the Chiefs. I think that you can't knock that experience that Mahomes has.
Nope.
You know, I said it last week, right? I said this is one game you can bet against Mahomes. What a fucking idiot I am! I should have done that.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Well, sometimes I am.
They say the sharp money really was on the Ravens.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, then
So you're a pretty
I guess
sharp
I
guy.
guess I don't feel so bad then.
Sharp.
I think you play that game 10 times. The Ravens come out had 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think you're probably
just,
right.
Just one of those days.
One of those
Based
days.
on what, though?
Based on the fact
what?
they turned it over like 3 times in the 20-yard line.
That's true, but I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I think the Chiefs were just sort of in stall mode. And again, you're telling me you'd keep betting against Mahomes and
No, I
In a-
took
in
the
a
Chiefs in that
10-game
game on a
scenario?
one shot. I'm just saying that I think the Ravens were the better team.
all right.
They just didn't get it done.
And next week, like we said, we may not have a studio to broadcast from, but we will find a way to do a little mini show and get out our picks for the Super Bowl, because there's going to be a shit ton. I mean, there's 1,000 different markets for the Super Bowl, so there's
Yes.
going to be different prop bets and
That's
some
about
fun
6
stuff.
units on tails.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be a good idea.
Taylor or Tails. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll
How
do
many
that next
times
week
will
somehow.
Taylor Swift be shown on the broadcast?
That might actually be from Rich's living room, because we're not going to have a place to do it from. I don't think we have a conference room at
Come
the
on
office
by.
either. I don't, who
Let's
knows?
go.
Who knows? We'll figure it out though. We'll make it work at some point next week. We'll put it out at 7:00, same time for
We'll
your.
just do a bunch of prop bets.
You guys want to go
live.
by the pool?
Could do it. Be a little cold. A little cold. We have some more chatter. We have some more chatter. Let me see here.
This is chatter.
Okay, so this is Quentin, Fresh Cuts. He says Campbell's mindset is to go for it every time. So when you play it safe, your mindset gets screwed up and everything gets difficult. But Reynolds needs to learn to catch. I agree with you on that one.
Amen.
Good point.
Lauren,
Is that his
realtor,
thesis?
says
She's got a property in Grosse Pointe.
this is going
It's off of Kercheval.
yeah, she's
and
fresh off the MLS. Here she goes. She says that's
My favorite road name.
That's because
That's a good name.
Both Laurens were cleaning and cooking, in reference to how clean Rich's living room was. For that,
that should be the name of her next podcast, Cooking and Cleaning with Lauren.
she's still working on that. I think
Lauren
I asked
and
her last
Lauren.
time I saw
Lauren
her.
and Lauren cooking and cleaning.
Not a soldier says Brock's just lucky to be there,
He is.
and then but then not a soldier says 49ers. That he's lucky to be there, but also 49ers.
Well,
He's covering all his bases.
Yeah, he is. He sucks. Lucky to be there. Maybe he's just lucky to be there, like anybody would.
he's
be.
on a good team.
Yeah.
You know, he is lucky. He's
I
lucky to be
don't
part
know.
of
I
that
thought
team.
Right place, right time.
I thought he played pretty
Brock,
good.
most situations probably be out of the league by now.
I don't think so. I thought he played pretty good in that game.
If he got drafted by Seattle, he'd just be gone. Been cut. No one ever known about him. Would never made the team.
Probably right.
I know about Tommy Cutlets, though.
Oh
Same
yeah.
with Tom Brady. I mean, honestly, Tom Brady. Like, I think how many good athletes just really never make it. They're never good. It's all about getting your opportunity, right situation,
A lot of luck.
a lot of luck, a lot of luck. You just never know. Universe is a crazy place, isn't it, Daryl?
Yeah, I feel like, yes, I agree with all what you're saying, but no, I think the number one thing is what can you do? Does the pressure get to you? And obviously, Tom Brady is a prime example of that. You know, never got flustered. I don't know what the stats are, but how many times did he blow a fourth quarter lead? Probably not too many.
Not too many. I wouldn't think.
Many, but would he have ever played if Bledsoe never got hurt?
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, how many years would he have sat on the bench? Yeah, he probably would have got shot, but a few years later.
Say
It's
what
a
you
shot.
want
Yeah.
about Brock Purdy, but
His shot.
how many people will lead their team back from 17 down in a conference championship game?
Not too often.
Probably not that many either.
I'm curious to hear what Dale Dub might say about that, about Brock at this point.
I don't remember where he stood on old Brock.
Not a fan, just like me.
Yeah, he was not really a fan. Because there was one week in there that he was here, and I kind of said, I wonder if this guy's actually
What
for
impressed
real.
what impressed anybody about Brock? He completed one off Valdor's helmet.
Yeah.
I remember three or four.
I mean,
Brady
he had
wasn't
two
doing
nice
that shit.
runs.
I would say he had some heavy pressure a few times, and
Yeah, he
maybe
did.
some lucky he threw some like lobs up there, and somehow they got completed. Maybe it's partially Lions secondary lucky catches on receivers making good grabs there, but there's a lot of pressure where completions shouldn't happen, and somehow they happened. But
He don't impress me much.
I remember 3 or 4 scrambles for first down
yeah, oh yeah,
that changed the game.
yes, absolutely,
Sure did.
absolutely.
Calling the masters of facts, the sultans of stats, the czars of knowledge that isn't learned in college. It's the Numbers Guys Trivia.
It's time for Numbers Guys Trivia. We need to determine who's going to be buying the beer next week. And this one, guys, I think everybody's going to get this. When I put this trivia question together, I haven't bought the beer in a while. I think everybody's going to get this one. I'd be surprised. But, man, I could be wrong. Okay, so here is tonight's Numbers Guys Trivia question. Which four finance guys, 4 NFL teams haven't appeared in a single Super Bowl?
Name one.
Now I got to name all 4.
Oh,
I need all 4 of them.
holy heck.
Which 4 NFL teams have not appeared in a single Super Bowl? Interesting. I think my old man's probably listening right now. He likes the trivia, I hear.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Sad effect.
And I'll tell you, if anybody at home wants to give a guess in the chat, be happy to take a look at that too.
So you're saying there's 4 teams, and we
There's
have to
4
name
teams.
all 4 of them?
I need 4
Oh,
teams.
4?
Yeah, you got to give me 4 teams. Well, there's
Lions.
there's-
damn it,
there's
I'm sorry.
Probably one obvious one. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Easy peasy.
Now you only have to name 3.
Oh, I almost went down the crack. That's what she said.
I can reach it.
Yeah, thanks. I don't think either one of us are good at that very easily.
Tones is like, I
It's in the dead zone. I almost knocked over my teriyaki, man.
I know.
Kinda.
Be doing that. And I will
wait,
reveal
wait.
the answer at the
Hold
end of
on.
the show. Take your time.
Time out.
Take your time.
Oh, throughout the show, we're going to do like.
Oh, should I?
One every 10 minutes.
Well, I'm going to do that. I could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Or can
I
do
already
that?
gave
I don't
out
know if I
one
can.
of them.
Well,
Yeah, so it's really
Daryl's
name
shot
the
is
other
wide.
three teams.
Helped out Tones.
I think there's two more that are pretty easy.
There's one that's very easy. And then
Yeah.
the other
yeah.
two.
Yep.
The other two are kind of like, are you sure? Are you sure about that one?
You'd have to think about the one.
The one I had to think about.
Yeah,
one you have to
yeah. I'm
think
still
about.
thinking about that one.
Right.
Yep.
Hold on.
Let's see how close you get here.
You want the fastball? Or
No,
you
no,
want
just give me a change.
change of pace.
Oh, that was nice.
That's
Pass
okay.
ball. That was
It's
a
my
pass
bad.
ball.
I should have considered my target. I'm gonna get down.
Looked like
Hofstra
Josh Reynolds
right
on
now.
that.
By the way,
I did look like Josh.
Pass ball.
You getting down in your Hockham bet tonight?
Hofstra
Hofstra?
+4.
I gotta find these bets that Jimmy found in like Division 3.
You have to follow me on Twitter.
It's X, sir.
You're not on Twitter.
No one's on Twitter.
No, I text that. If you ask for them, I'll send them to you. I don't want to unsolicited send bets over to people. That's not polite. Okay. I think I did to you today, Daryl. I might have sent you the list of. I got 28 bets tonight.
You didn't send me that list. I'd have been down on them all for
It looked
$1.
It looked eerily similar to yesterday's list. So you
Oh.
might have thought it was just it looked very similar. It was handwritten.
because traditionally they don't play back-to-back college basketball games. Same teams.
Oh wait, Realtor Lauren, she got 2 out of 4. She got 2 out of 4.
And you know the old
She's
adage,
correct, by the
2
way.
out of 4 ain't bad.
Ain't bad.
Ain't half bad.
Yeah. All right.
That's meatloaf.
So I will reveal the answers
You
at
might
the end of the
remember
show.
him from
and
a
then
very
next year.
special episode of Miami Vice back
yeah.
in 1986-ish.
Don't recall that one.
Hold on,
job,
I'm looking for.
Lauren,
Here
though.
we go.
This is a better betting tip.
We haven't had one of these in a while, right? A better betting tip. Now, as you may know at home, I know we've talked about this on the show several times. Me and D-Dub in particular, we watch a channel called VSiN. That's the Sports Betting Network, Vegas Stats and Information Network. There's a show on there, which is really the show that I watch out of all their programming. It's Gil Alexander's A Numbers Game. Not to be confused with The Numbers Guys. I think he might have ripped that off from us.
And not to be confused with Shea Gilbert Alexander.
Yes, yep.
Shea Gilgis?
Possible MVP this
Shea-
year?
Shea
Shea Gilgis
Alex-
Alexander? I believe it is.
Gilgis
Gilgis. Yeah, I'm not sure where that comes
rolls
from.
right off the tongue.
But he had something in, I try not to, we don't want to rip off the numbers game or a numbers game. So I don't, we don't want to parrot whatever they're saying on there. However, every now and then, this is, I think, the third time this has happened. I heard something that really struck me as something that might be beneficial to folks. First one was the unders in the first week, the under teasers in the first week of the NFL preseason.
Yeah, I remember
that
that
went
one, yeah.
extraordinarily well. Second time was 49ers exactas. I didn't take the right one, but if you had the 49ers in Kansas City, you'd be in money right now. And this one, which I think is pretty interesting, regarding the NCAA championship, which is coming up in a little over a month away. So if you want to get your futures bets in now, here's what he got. So this is Gil Alexander. He's the host of A Numbers Game. He's got a formula. Here's the first thing. The last 33 national champs. DW, you familiar with this?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to say yes.
The last 33 national champions have more assists than turnovers. So you can almost say that if the national champion this year is going to have more assists than turnovers.
Everyone.
Yep.
Everyone.
Every single one, the last 33.
Okay.
So pay attention here, Quentin. This is
Like
this
for
is
the
for you. You're going to beat your
season
dad.
or for the-
for the season.
Okay.
So this would all be pre-tournament, if you want to look at it that way. 32 out of the last 33 have a head coach with Sweet 16 experience. The only exception was the 2014 Huskies.
That's pretty crazy. All the Cinderella runs and stuff like that. That 32 of 33 have had Sweet 16 experience. Wow.
Yeah. And you'll see UConn pop
Yeah,
up
but
here
how many
again.
Cinderellas have ever won the
Nah,
national
that's true.
champ? Like they
make
came
a run
close
to
last
the,
year.
They get
but-
to the Final Four or something like that, right?
Next,
It's true.
27 of the last 28 have more than 3 wins against teams in the top 10% of RPI. So if you're using that metric, it's kind of an old one, but
yeah.
27 out of the last 28. The exception to that was the UConn Huskies
Wow.
from 2014.
They're like a major.
It's more net now, right? Isn't that the ranking they all use? Net.
Yeah, nobody's really using RPI anymore. However, you still can. And that's rating percentage index, by the way. You can still find that for each college team. 28 of the last 28 have a top 75 strength of schedule. Okay.
Must be weeding out UNLV back in the day or something.
Yeah. Could be. Could be. And then lastly, 19 of the last 21 have their top 20 in adjusted offensive and defensive efficiency at Ken Palm. Okay. Exceptions to that was the 2014 UConn Huskies, because they were exception on the offensive efficiency metric, and the 2021 Baylor Bears
Wow.
defensive efficiency.
UConn was an anomaly.
So are you going to generate a list for us?
Do you have like a filter
So
now?
Quentin, if you wanted to find out which teams meet that currently, you got Houston, Zona, Auburn, UNC, Tennessee, and Purdue.
Really? Okay.
Those are the teams. And also BYU is on the doorstep. I bought BYU future at 100 to 1.
I like it.
Yeah, I bought. It's not 100 to 1 to Mo.
But
But
for
it
the
was what
Final
we got.
Four number is what you want. Final Four
That's,
BYU.
yeah, you're probably right. So that is courtesy, not courtesy of. I just stole it from him. But that's Gil Alexander, numbers game. Check it out. VSiN, it's on YouTube TV. It's on iHeartRadio, the audio portion. He also has a podcast too. That it's awesome. It's really good if you're into sports betting. But Quentin, use that. Beat your dad. Beat your dad. Which
A
would
couple
be,
teams I like on there. I think Purdue's going to, they're going to choke again. Just like they always do. I heard you say something the other day, Daryl. You mentioned Virginia, like you like them
Yes.
because Virginia lost to the 16 seed and then bounced
Yes, sir.
back. But I'm sorry, that guy always loses. Always loses in the first round.
That's what they used to say about Dick Bennett's boy, Tony. It's true. His name is Tony Bennett.
Tony.
really different Tony Benton. I'm
Yes.
thinking of.
He won the national championship, Tony Bennett.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Rich is a big college basketball guy.
He is a
Rich,
bit of a
what can you
wonk.
tell us about that 2014? What are your memories of that 2014 UConn team?
Beating Michigan State in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, who was their
Oh,
point
yeah.
guard?
Yeah, he
Remember
was.
that one?
That guy was unfreaking stoppable. Yeah, I do. If you said the name, I know it. But start with a K, maybe, or something like that. What?
I don't think so, but
They
I don't
didn't-
remember. So
He was on just like a run for the ages. Like you couldn't stop him. And then it was like, I hate when they do this, but
Shabazz
yeah,
Napier.
Shabazz Napier. I think. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, he got in one of those runs, and then he's the type of guy that bangs into somebody and creates the contact, and then gets the call every time. You know, I hate that, but I feel like they don't do that as much as they did back then. But back in those days, like if you drive the lane and you knock into a center, and the it's like the center gets the foul for just standing there. But yeah, they went on a crazy run. State, I think, was one of the closest teams to beating them. I think the game went in overtime. But
Might have.
that should have been their national. That should have been Izzo's second championship that year. But here comes a team out of nowhere. That's what makes the tournament great. The one team that beats all odds, according to Jim's numbers there. Just got it done. In fact, I think they qualified for the tournament with a huge Big East tournament run, and they won the Big East championship. They were on the bubble outside looking in to start the Big East.
Can you name their coach that year?
He was the guy, Kevin Ollie.
Yes.
What seed were
How do
they?
you like that, Jimmy?
That's pretty good.
You said he couldn't do it. You said he
Pretty
didn't
good.
know
I said
anything
there's
about
no way
UConn.
Rich knows that.
Were they a lower seed then going in
They
there?
were a
No,
10. Weren't they a 10
yeah,
seed?
they were. No, I want to say they actually pulled like a 7 seed, but that's because they beat like the Big East. Then I think that was before the breakup, but they just beat like a bunch of top teams. That really shouldn't have been there, but that guy from the Big East tournament on was unbeatable. Like, just couldn't stop him.
So, Jimmy, I'm from Dago Nation.
Yeah, you are.
So I got
Shout out Dago Nation.
I got to use my my gut feel.
Your gut.
Yeah.
Yes.
On those 5 or 6 teams that we talked about.
Yeah.
In that list.
Put them back up here. For
So Purdue, I like Houston, who's
I do
very
like
good.
Houston.
And I guess if I was going to take a long shot, and I don't think they're that long at all. Actually, it's Tennessee. Dalton Connect. I saw him play early on in an exhibition game against MSU. I think he's the best player in the country. Edey at Purdue. is just a
Joke.
mountain of a
Joke.
mountain of a man.
Choke.
Choke.
But I those are my three. I would get a piece of BYU for the Final Four, and then I'd probably sprinkle a little on MSU because they're falling.
I think
odds are
MSU,
good.
I threw $1 on them. It's good for like $800 or something. I don't know. Some crazy odds for MSU.
Is that really? Okay.
And they're a team that's going to be in the tournament. They're gonna do some damage. So MSU's good odds. Another team I've been kind of entertained by is TCU. They're just fun. For what CBS, I don't know who the guy on CBS is, but his brackets suck. The guy on ESPN is pretty good. TCU's beat a lot of really good teams this year. Like they lost to Kansas by 1, but then they beat Houston. They just beat another top 5 team the other day. Usually they don't hold up well against top competition, but man, they've beaten some really good teams this year. They're a fun team that runs up and down. Trying to think, there's one other team that's fun to watch too. I just can't think of it off the top. It's gonna be wide open though. It's gonna be wide open. Always gonna be fun. The tournament. I love the tournament because you just never know what's gonna unfold. My favorite things.
We were thinking about possibly locking ourselves in for the entire first weekend.
We're doing it right.
You want to do that?
Yes.
And just broadcasting for 48 hours.
I think doesn't Little Caesars have some games this year too? Is that the 3rd and 4th round, or is that
I think you're right. They might have a regional final. Yeah,
Oh,
That'd be
that's pretty
fun.
cool.
I think.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's. What do we got to do here? We got to review our top picks standings here. Got to see how we're doing. We're almost done with this one. NFL, man, that's doing so well as a group.
Nope.
Down 1502. Rich down 10. D-Dub. Oh, by the way, D-Dub with a hell of a week. He went 6 units. That's the
6-0?
second time.
Or
Well,
six-
I think
well,
it was-
I think
maybe.
I
Yeah,
won
it was-
more than that, Jimmy.
you might have won more than that, but I'm saying,
job.
didn't lose. Undefeated.
Undefeated.
That's only happened one other time on the numbers, guys.
Who
This
did
whole
it the
year.
first time?
I don't remember.
Probably me.
I think it might have been me. But second time, congratulations, man. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
I'm seeing clearly right now.
You got like X-ray vision.
I took the one-eyed man to the optometrist.
What'd they say?
You see it pretty good.
Okay, all right. We got
Didn't they call him Cyclops?
you got D-Dub. What did I
The
say? Down
Lions
8
screwed me at the money line.
Stones down.
I needed 2.
Oh, I had 3 units on money line. Cashed out at halftime.
needed,
You're
like-
smart people.
4 more yards by Gibbs, and I would have hit like a plus 500.
4 more yards. Here's what we're looking at. This is a little different now. I changed our whole system on our website as well, where all this is tracked at. So Richie is down.
Oh, look at it. You're showing her.
Yeah, I'm showing your top
Strengths.
3. Yeah, because I know you like that because you mentioned last week. You said men's basketball. I'm doing good. So there you are. You're up. That's your second best category at plus 2.67 units for men's basketball. Well, that's NCAA men's basketball. D-Dub.
Stones, you got the baseball down pat.
Well,
NCAA
there was
style?
nothing positive on the third, so it defaults to NCAA baseball, so we can ignore that. And then not classified, that was left over. I had to migrate all the stuff over from the old
Did you say
metric there.
you had
so-
a migraine?
No, I said migrate.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. And as a group,
Isn't Tones like good in hockey or something?
it's just not one of the top ones right now for Tones.
Not classified.
Yeah, I don't know what that could have even been. Was
Yeah,
that? Were you doing women's?
I did soccer. I did over the summer. I was doing some World Cup stuff.
I'll have to go back.
I mean,
to
the women's
to the
World
old
Yeah,
sheet.
I think you did come out positive on
Yeah,
one bet
I
on
hit
soccer.
some on women's World Cup.
I had some
Women's World
Australian
Cup.
football I did well
Yeah,
at.
Yeah, I didn't have a category for that yet. That's a non-classified. But we have a category for that now, so we don't have that problem going forward. Now, I think every sport that's available on DraftKings is now in our system. So we
Now you're
have
talking to people like our strengths, so you know what to follow when we give out advice.
Interestingly enough, you think it would be me, but it's D-Dub with the women's tennis, and as a group, women's tennis is our forte. That's
I don't
pretty
think I've ever
interesting.
wagered on
Followed
that.
by MLS soccer. I don't know where these numbers are coming from. And then NHL hockey is third for the group. That's the bronze medalist. The bronze medalist.
I got a hankering from some MLS soccer.
You sure do. Yeah, you
I
sure
busted
do.
out the shirt for you guys. Detroit soccer coming back,
Yeah, I saw that.
starting up soon.
call.
I think it starts in March.
Good call.
Yeah.
We should do a game.
We should go.
We
Let's
should
go stand behind the net and
We
drink a
should
bunch of Jameson
tailgate
together.
and broadcast from fucking Hamtramck.
The old
For sure.
Tiger Stadium is right behind it. I don't know. It's not really Tiger Stadium, but it's the old someplace that
I think they used to play the Negro Leagues over there, right?
They did. They did.
Oh, what is that called? Nevin Field.
Nevin Field?
No,
Because
that's
Briggs
not
is where
Nevin.
the
Briggs, Nevin.
that's where the Tigers. That's where Tiger Stadium. It was
Yeah.
Tiger
Yeah.
Stadium, right? Was
Right.
Briggs?
Yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
called Horton Field. Willie Horton.
Oh,
I don't know what it was originally called. I bet that was going to be your next question. I don't know.
was it Nevin? The rename?
No, that
No, I
was
think
remember.
Tiger
Nevin
Stadium
is
was
where-
Nevin too.
Was it?
Okay.
Yeah,
Nevin Briggs,
Briggs.
and then Tiger.
Briggs Stadium.
Okay.
right.
No.
No, they played there
are the
forever.
top.
Sorry, I jumped in there. Thought
You're
you guys
good.
were done.
Nope.
Never done.
Top picks. Let me find those. Here we go. We're gonna start with Rich as always. Rich, here you go.
Yeah, apparently didn't know how to use the app very good. The first pick, but take App State because they were -6.5, I think, playing Georgia Southern. These are the games we covered earlier at the beginning of the show, and then I also liked the Vikings here, -7.5 at Detroit. Really feel bad for this guy used to be a Final Four coach at one time. What was the guy from Indiana that?
Mike Davis.
Man, he got his kid to come to Detroit, and he might as well retired after that because,
Come up 2 points shy of
yeah,
Pistol Pete Maravich for all-time
I think
points
3
scored.
points. I think 3 points.
3 points?
Maybe. Yeah.
Pistol Pete did it in 3 years, by the way.
Oh shit.
This guy had like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I think so.
Can't even compare that.
Wrexham.
No,
Damn near
God,
killed
no.
him.
Yeah. Wrexham.
Wrexham.
Yeah, so Salford City, not a very good team in League Two. They're about 20th.
Football's gone, isn't it? Yeah.
Suffragette City.
Salford City is they're about 20th in League Two. Wrexham is looking for promotion once again. They're second place in League Two. They're moving up to League One. I'm sure Season 3 be coming out on FX soon. Should watch the first 2 seasons. Very good.
This
Very
is
good.
3 units, Rich?
This is a 3-unit pick. Wrexham is coming off a loss in League Two, and they're going to be. I think this is an easy win for them.
I'm gonna Wrexham.
Wrexham.
Red Dragons, baby.
How about this one?
How about this one? Yeah, we got Colin. I got this earlier today, plus 320 to finish in the top 5. I maybe didn't clarify that,
Golf.
but you know, you're not going to get him for plus 320. I think he finished second today, so maybe you can get him for plus 150 or something. But anywho, when I was making this pick, he was plus 320. I heard Marioka is going to be a good golfer this year. And since football's over and I only wanted to put 3 units on the Red Dragons, I took Colin Marioka, whatever the Japanese American Morikawa.
Yes. Who's betting golf? Come on.
I think you got one coming up here,
Oh,
D-Dub.
shoot. I got 3 units on the Chiefs' money line. I'll tell you that much.
There you go.
I was about
You
to
locked it in.
halt all other betting at this point, but I said, you know what? I'm on fire. They're clamoring for it.
Sure.
Let's give the people what they want.
They need it.
Let's get some people going.
Well, I think you talked about this one.
Deange, sure.
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell.
Didn't you
Oh,
start
no, I'm
opposite
sorry. I
Chevy
didn't know it
Chase?
wasn't that one. You talked. You had the points.
What?
Oh shoot! I didn't get this one out there in time. And what time is it now? Shoot.
after 7:30.
Shoot! I don't even need to talk about this at this point. But D'Angelo, I was gonna bet on Maxwell, but he didn't have anything going. D'Angelo, 7.5 assists. Go get your time machine out and bet on that one.
Another Gary pick. Okay,
What else we got, Gary? Oh,
Hey, some PGA.
all right. Now look I got the proper odds here, so you can count me down for 3 times the unit when he wins. Rich that's dirty pool. What Rich did, he says, "Oh, I
So
got
is
in
this
early.
to win it all?
This is to win it. This is to win it." But yeah, if we'd got in earlier, it would have been significantly more. Before pre-flop, as Jimmy calls
I
it.
thought you did the odds on based on when we're picking.
No, it's got to be so that the people can get it. You know,
Yeah, we gotta let the folks.
these are
get
for
in.
the people.
My bad.
That's
well,
all
It's all right.
You have to.
I would forgive
Your
you,
heart
Rich.
was in the
we
right
have to
place, Rich.
mirror our bets.
You're all right. You're
That's
all right,
true.
Richie.
I
I
want
messed
to
up.
hear what Anthony's picks are.
Anthony, you got another one here.
Oh, I
Yeah.
almost had this one. Oh, I do.
You did.
Shoot.
No, this is yours.
This is yours.
Almost. That close. Super close.
I saw A, D, and I
Oh.
thought Anthony.
And-
this is an
D.
Anthony D-Dub special.
So
Collaboration.
So their Jazz are hosting the Sixers. The big fella's out.
He's out.
He's out.
Sit down.
Karl Malone,
The big fella.
The mailman.
the mailman
Think again. MVP candidate.
candidate.
Joel in bed.
Embiid.
Embiid, he is out. He hurt himself.
I heard he's in bed sometimes.
In bed.
He
Nursing.
needs 3 more games, by the way, to qualify for postseason awards, and I don't think that's going to happen.
You know, I was watching that game. I saw him fall. I went immediately to try to take whoever was on the other side of the MVP.
Yeah.
Already had moved.
It changed?
I mean, it changed so.
What happened
I mean, I
to
was
him? I didn't
I was
hear
like
it.
already logged in because I was doing college basketball.
What do you do? Blow it at ACL or
He
something?
fell, and then the guy fell on his leg.
Did they, did they say what the
oh,
deal
this
was?
is beautiful.
They
Already
said,
moved.
Fragile. Must be Italian.
Yeah.
So who's number 2? The Joker or something like that?
I
Yes.
think, yeah, he's
Yo.
2, and it was 3. Shay's up there. I think he's 5 or
Shea Gilgeous Alexander. Surprisingly, 5th or 6th is Luka Doncic,
Yeah.
whose numbers are really pretty tough to
Yeah, but
beat.
they're kind of barely
Couple
staying
Pistons
in
right up there. Too.
What were you going to say, Rich?
They're just barely hanging around the playoff spot, though. Like,
Exactly. Rich nailed it again. They're the 7th seed currently.
So if he makes a run, he could.
If they could find their
that's
way
a
into
good bet.
if they could find their way into being like the 2nd or 3rd seed, which they won't.
I mean, if Kyrie Irving could ever show up for half a season, it'd be nice. I would never trade for that loser. I hate that guy.
Is he the flat earther?
Yes, he is a flat earth.
I was actually going to go to a convention, flat Earth convention. No, the people, they interest me.
Oh,
They got some interesting theories.
I mean, don't you guys fly high enough usually to see a little curve of the Earth up there? I mean,
I think so. Maybe we've
I
never
mean, I'm
been
sure
in an airplane.
Kyrie's been in a couple planes. It's not like flat out there. It doesn't like fall off.
They got some good theories. I see their Facebook page. You know, there's some
Well,
good
so what
arguments.
happens when you get to the end of the Earth? Did you just fall into outer space, or what happens there?
It's an ocean. You just nobody goes there.
Oh, it's,
Yeah,
I see.
Did you ever see the
It's-
Truman Show?
Yes.
It's like that.
Not the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's a good
I've been
movie.
to the Anchor Bay. You ever been there? The Bay of Anchor?
Been there?
And I've sat out on the dock, and I looked out, and I couldn't see anything any further. I think if it was
Yeah.
flat, you'd keep seeing stuff, land, right?
You would think. Who knows?
I'm not a scientist.
It's an interesting theory, though.
You know,
Dressed like
we got
one.
Tones top picks here, though. This is interesting picks this time.
So I figured
What the hell is this?
I didn't have any football. And you guys are the basketball guys. I'm not a basketball guy. So, and unfortunately, there's no regular games for hockey.
How many
which,
wings we got in the All Star game this year, Tony?
We had a couple. We had DeBrincat, Larkin,
Glant.
and Cider, I think, right?
okay.
So,
All on your fantasy team?
DeBrincat is. I wish I would have got Larkin. I got Lucas Raymond, but he didn't get so. So hockey, you guys are going to be heavy basketball going forward. I'm going to be hockey, but unfortunately, there's no games until Tuesday, and there's no lines on those games yet.
What about like Canadian minor leagues? Like what's going on in Sudbury right now? Owen Sound.
Moose Factory.
I was telling Daryl the other day,
OHL.
Detroit Red Wing futures are pretty good right now.
Yeah, I got some money on the Wings to run it.
Plus
They're on a
8,000.
fringe. They're a fringe playoff spot, wild card spot right now. So.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the All-Star games this weekend. So I took some jabs at that.
What are we bet? Is this the money line to win?
So this is Team Matthews.
Why are they such underdogs? Aren't they all stars?
So there's 4 teams though in the.
What?
So I don't know if you watched recently the last couple of years.
Obviously not.
Okay, so they picked 4 captains
Okay.
and they draft a team and then they have a tournament between the 4 teams. Okay.
That's the All Star weekend now?
Yeah.
Really?
So they play 3-on-3. They have 4 captains
That's
drafting
3-on-3?
teams. Yeah.
That's cool.
They
Sounds
draft-
like they're trying
Yeah,
to
because
rev
hockey is
up
always
their
3-on-3.
ratings.
Yeah. So
That's dumb.
I leaned on Team Matthews. It's in Toronto, and usually the hometown guys usually give a little extra effort. He's got Nylander and Marner there, so I think
The Mariners?
yeah. So I think the Toronto heavy lean at home. They usually have a lean to win the game. The home team captain. So I went with that the plus 255.
So Matthews is a Maple Leaf.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Named
That
after
much I
Hall of
know.
Famer Eddie Matthews.
And then there's an overall skills competition winner, okay, for all the events. Okay. They do a composite score.
Okay.
And I got McDavid plus 750 on that. I think he's got a
Connor
good-
McDavid,
Yes. Connor.
Edmonton Oilers.
That's him.
Okay.
And then I also took McKinnon for the same. Those are my two favorites to win. And he's plus 850. So I just need one of them to win, right?
What the hell?
The fastest skater competition.
You getting any dodgeball action in
Yeah.
the Pro Bowl this weekend?
McDavid's plus 120. So I took him. He's the odds-on favorite.
Who's he play for?
That is Connor McDavid.
Oh, it's Connor McDavid, yeah.
Edmonton. Hardest shot, I like Cal McCarr, the Colorado young all-star defenseman.
Who's the guy from
Plus two.
Calgary that always had the hardest shot in AHLPA?
Al McInnes.
Yeah.
Another. The guy would
Al
kill
McInnes-
people with that thing.
Al McInnes was deadly back in the 90s.
NHL Hockey
Ladies.
His head
95.
would start bleeding when he got hit with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Al Iafredi, too, before him.
Yeah. I afraid he had a good
Al
one.
Iafredi. And I think I had one more.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry. Here it is.
There's a passing challenge.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Plus 850.
Yep. So Quinn Hughes is actually the favorite at plus 850.
Wow.
He's tearing it up on defense. Probably the leader for the Norris Trophy this year. Quinn Hughes, young Michigan grad, and tearing it up with assists. So I went with him. But if you look at all these odds, if I hit 2 out of these, I'm looking pretty good. So
What's
your-
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's your shirt say? It says 1978. That was a pretty good year.
a Skoda,
Okay. Was it there that
The
year?
dam
Were you
store.
there?
Dam store, a Skoda.
There's a dam in Oscoda, probably.
Yeah.
The dam store?
I was camping in a Skoda at some point in time.
What's your favorite one tones? I'm going to take one of these.
I'm going to go Matthews. Team Matthews.
T. Matthews is
Matthews?
probably my sure bet, and then I would say Connor McDavid to win the total skills competition at plus 750. Like,
Well, he's the best. He should win it.
yeah,
All right.
Tones,
I'm going to do it.
I say this with all due respect, but you're really making me look forward to Rich's MLS picks.
Oh, this will be fun.
this is cool. It's
I'm excited about this. I'll probably watch
So you're not
some
going to
of
watch
it.
the Pro Bowl with all their festivities.
Well,
I might be a
watch that.
3-unit League 2 pick.
now
Should be all over that.
The NHL All Star stuff is still much better than the Pro Bowl.
Well, anything's better than the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I won't watch
It's
it.
it's entertaining. The 3-on-3 it is pretty
I
entertaining.
used to watch it when I was on the Deuce back in the day.
Yeah, but
You were on the Deuce?
I didn't say that.
and there,
Come
so,
on.
so
Clean out your
skills
ears.
For the people putting bets out, the skills competition is Friday night, tomorrow night, and then the tournament starts at 3:00 on Saturday. So shouldn't be interfering with any other major sporting events for you to watch. So,
Definitely not.
yeah.
You got any long, odd picks for the Vezina Trophy by chance just yet?
For Vesna,
Say Vezina or President?
Vezina.
for goalie,
Vezina.
I don't know.
Oh,
Any long shots? Would you think?
Yeah, I want something with longer odds.
For like a what, 10-1 or more?
Yeah, at least. Yeah. Grant Fuhr,
He's still around?
Patrick
Waugh.
Waugh.
He's not still around.
You know, it's tough in the current NHL because there's not a lot of like.
60-game guys.
There's like 3 or 4 guys that play like, 2/3 of the games, and then the rest is a lot of sharing. Back in the day, you had 15 to 20 goalies that played 60 games. Now it's like there's a lot of even Boston, like one of the best teams, they do a share, 40-40 split basically. Las Vegas does, one of the better teams. They split most.
Here's a fun one for you. Tell who's the cat from Carolina that came out of nowhere? That guy's got to have some long odds, and that's a good team. Like he was hurt or something for like the first third of the year,
Yes, yeah,
and now he's back, and he's like a stud.
yeah. Even
There you go, Daryl. I helped you.
How
I'll
about
answer
the Red
Dave's
Wings?
question.
This lion came out of nowhere. The Wings.
That's what I was getting at.
No, but a month or two ago, the Wings were falling off, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they had their best. They just finished their best month in over 12 years, and it's all that Lion.
Yeah,
Alex Lyon
and
that
this
just
is
came in.
the goalie that they weren't even. Didn't
He was a
even
third
have in the
stringer. They were
plans.
just they were just hanging on to him, so somebody didn't scoop him off waivers.
Yeah.
But now he's tearing it up. So I don't know. Somebody like that, who knows, comes out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
Interesting. Not my forte, but it's interesting. I like it.
I like the OHL.
I like it. I'm on
like
Team
all
Matthews,
those.
and I'll take Connor McDavid too. I like it, Tones.
I'm going
Okay.
to take them all. Fuck it. I'm just
it.
going to do whatever Tones does. Let's see what
Peterborough.
happens.
We're live.
Pete's.
I
Fuck
like
it.
it.
you only
We're
need to
live.
hit 2 of these, and you're golden.
We'll do it live.
There you go. All right. Well, I got some picks. I got
Oh,
picks.
you didn't already?
Some of these already went
thought
off.
you
These
already-
are the only ones worth watching on this show.
No. I got NCAA. We already talked about this one. This is UT Arlington, Southern Utah, over 157.5. Got that one at DraftKings, minus 108. We got St. Thomas, Minnesota at Omaha.
Don't think that's Division 1, but okay.
You can double check my work. I believe it is 141.5.
Division
Minus-
1 hockey.
Yep, Division 1 hockey.
No, I'd take that all day.
I got Jacksonville State at UTEP. This is tonight at 9 o'clock.
Detroit
minus
Vipers.
108.
That's-
Under
Texas El Paso?
University of Texas, El Paso. Sounds right to me.
That's the minors, sir.
Is that the one that used to be Texas
No.
something else?
They've always been UTEP.
I don't think you're right about
think so.
that.
We've got UC,
Cal
which is
Poly.
University of California, Irvine at Cal Poly. This is going off tonight at 10.
Is
I'm gonna
Poly
love
short
these.
for something, Daryl?
Polytechnic.
Polynesian or something?
Polytech, yeah.
It's, they got a really good SAT score requirement.
Oh, jeez.
To go
Come on
there.
now. Under 132, minus 105. That's at FanDuel. I think I got one more here. Cal State Northridge at University of California, San Diego. That's tonight at 10 o'clock, minus 110. Over at BetMGM. Oh, I got one more. Oh, my bad. I got under 152 for Portland at Pacific.
Unders.
Yeah, well, it turned out that way.
Sharp betting.
Yeah. Got that one at Parks. Got that one at Parks.
The hell is Parks?
Come on, man.
That's Gun Lake.
Where you been?
What?
Gun Lake here in Michigan.
Like
Something
Park
else.
MGM? That's different.
No. You're talking about where they have Italy?
Italy. That's one of my favorite
I knew
hangouts.
you would be referencing Italy.
Oh, calamari all day over there, dude.
Jim, do you want to give us the second team that's been eliminated from the trivia tonight?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Hey, let me go over here to.
I think it was in the chat, so it's no secret.
Yeah, it's true. There is no secret here. We got which 4 teams haven't appeared in a single Super Bowl? Which 4 teams haven't appeared in a single Super Bowl? Let me cut this over here, and I'm going to look at these. There's. Okay. Richie says Detroit, Houston, Jacksonville, and Cleveland. Oh, yeah, bitches. It's an assumption that he got it correct, I think, by saying something like that.
Assumption.
All right. Tones. Detroit. Jacksonville. Houston. Cleveland.
That's another bitches.
Seems to match Rich's answer. D-Dub. Really folded this thing up tight, didn't you?
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'll just point out to Rich that Texas Western, that's what UTEP was.
Texas Southern Christian Western.
By the
Texas
great
Western,
Don Haskins. Remember him,
school
Glory
that
Road?
played
You ever seen
Kentucky?
that movie, Glory Road?
UTEP was Texas Western?
Yes, sir.
Nah, I don't believe it.
Well,
Did you find that on the internet?
I found it on
Wikipedia could be a bitch, Rich.
www.isthisright.com.
There is no Texas Western anymore, so I guess I did not know that. I stand corrected.
Hello.
D-Dub.
As long
What
as
do you got?
I was a kid, it was UTEP.
Give it to me one at a time.
Lions.
Yes. That's a fact.
Jaguars.
Yes.
That's
no.
2.
Maybe.
Browns.
Yes, sir.
So
Falcons.
Oh, Daryl. They lost to the...
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that says Texans.
Oh.
the one you were questionable about, Rich, that's the Jaguars, I presume?
Yeah, that's the one I was questioning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
think
was the
about the
one.
Panthers were definitely in the
I
Super
take
Bowl.
it Houston,
For sure.
like back in the day.
The Jags were the one I had to... They've been to a couple AFC championships, just never the Super Bowl.
That's a toughie.
Yeah, you guys were all right. There's your correct answer.
Warren Moon back in the day.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
buying the beer. I kind of figured it.
Did they ever get close?
Pastorini?
Did they get close, Houston? Like with Warren Moon?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
well,
lost.
They were up 35-3 in the division game.
Yeah.
And lost to Buffalo that year.
Yeah, they could have made a run at some point.
Was Warren Moon the quarterback of that team?
They were. He was.
Yeah. Warren Moon.
Not Dan
And
Pastorini.
Jim Kelly didn't even lead the comeback. They benched his ass.
Oh, was
Jeff
it
Hostetler.
was it the Magic Man?
Former Lion great Frank Wright.
Oh, is it?
Right.
Not the Magic Man. Dan
No,
Mikowski.
not Mikowski.
Former Maryland Terrapin, Frank Reich.
Or Dave Craig, my boy.
It's a good
Another
one, too.
former Lion.
I like Dave Creek.
How about did I say you guys all got that right? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you buying the
Congratulations.
beer?
I'm buying the beer next week. I'll buy something that I know Tones won't like. That's what I do. Maybe something Cabasa
Hey,
like.
you guys can't keep up with my picks, dude.
Some Cabassier.
Maybe some Cabassier.
I'm
This
telling
was
you,
good.
if you looked at all the shows and the average rating of the beers picked, I got to be number one. Guaranteed.
You're up there. I'm probably down in near the basement. Nobody likes my beers.
I only bring beer in like 2 or 3 times. I usually win in trivia.
That seems to be true.
That's a handicap.
In all fairness.
Or Rain Shambo.
Who's got some shout outs? Anybody on that side?
Shout out to Rich for having me over for Super Bowl. Did you guys get invited to that?
No, you know, Rich, I know you've been to my house. Maybe you didn't have my address, though.
His
wasn't as fair.
living room was not clear enough
It wasn't
to
the
fit 2 more people.
It
Super
really
Bowl, it
would
was
not
that
have been a
championship.
very comfortable. Yeah. We had barely enough room for Daryl's family. It was we got some tight quarters, but next Super Bowl, you guys are both in.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Sounds like he's moving.
But it sounds like Daryl might be out.
Trending for next year.
Sounds like Realtor Lauren's got him looking for bigger houses.
Because
Oh,
she
yeah.
is a realtor.
Well,
That would
makes
do
sense.
good. That would be smart on her end.
Looking for greener pastures.
You never know. You never know.
Don't?
To the studio, served us well.
Oh, it really has.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Get
getting
that
misty.
montage, Jimmy.
I'm getting
Rip.
misty up here.
We're moving on up, as George Jefferson
A lot of
would
fond
say.
memories.
Sure. A lot
This
of
is where
fun
I
memories.
first met Tones.
Yeah.
This was it, right here.
Right here.
In fact, right within that, 2 square feet, right? That
Who
you
would
guys
have
are sitting
known 8 months later we'd be doing shots at a Lions playoff game?
in. That's right. Life comes at you
been
fast,
eventful.
Richie. What do you got? Any shout outs for you, sir? I always start with you.
Shout out
What-
Detroit FC. Shout out.
Detroit Football Club.
Yeah, we're coming back. Soccer's back, baby. MLS picks coming your way, everybody. I know you're excited about that. Shout out tax season because it sucks.
Yeah, it does. By the way, Realtor Lawrence says, no, I am not. Meaning trying to push for a larger abode.
Sounds
He
sarcastic.
has got 2 abodes, so
do.
you put them together, the thing's a mansion. And
That's true.
what do I got? I got one shout out. Our boy Snoop, he's conspicuously absent. Does that mean conspicuous? Means you're noticing that he's absent?
Ambiguously. I
think you're right.
The gay duo.
Conspicuously gay duo?
Conspicuously.
He lost one of his cats.
Yeah.
And his favorite cat.
I was consoling them this week.
Yeah, that sucks. We've all been there, man, and I know how bad that sucks.
Cheer up, Gary.
I've never been there.
Well, you've never been there,
I've
but
never
you
lost a cat.
Never lost a cat.
Well, animals in
It's
general.
tough.
Nope.
No, that's a tough thing.
Never
So,
lost a cat.
It's tough sledding.
We feel you, buddy.
Tough to lose a good
We
pussy.
know what it's like, and
Cat.
I know
Too
you-
soon. Too soon.
Yeah. Too soon. Too soon. This was a cool cat too. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it
I'm sure you'll have another 8 lives.
from Studio 8B, the original.
Oh, we're going to have like a new recording next time? Studio 8A?
No, I'm not changing all that shit.
Oh.
It's Studio 8B next door.
Why does this feel like the last episode of Cheers? We're like turning off the lights.
It does.
Oh, we should have had like a proper sign out.
Making my way.
Sorry, we're closed.
Everything you got.
So yeah, we'll be back. Oh, you know,
Great show.
I really honestly don't know when we're going to be back. It may be we're going to definitely do something with some Super Bowl picks
We'll get your
next
picks
week,
in.
After tax season?
and then we may not see you guys again.
And then we're going Darko Milichuk's for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
Darko?
have to do
That'd be
something.
cool.
But we'll be back. We'll give you some more information next week. So 7:00. Look for it. It'll probably be a pre-recorded video.
War pigs.
And
Yeah,
check
get
out the
yourself
War
some
Pigs.
War Pigs, people.
Where's the outro here?
That's
I lose this every
the
time.
best
There it is.
IPA to date, sir.
Let me give myself a shout out real quick.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna shoot myself out here. I took Austin Reeves. You know, DraftKings had a little special tonight.
I didn't know that.
You put $10 on. Rich can tell you all about it, I'm sure. You put $10 on the first 3-point maker of the Lakers Celtics game, and then
Every 3-pointer he makes, you get $1 token. $1 free bet.
every 3-pointer made in the whole game, right?
No, I think it's just by Austin Reeves.
Oh,
It's not that good.
I wouldn't have bet it then.
One more quick
read the
question.
terms and conditions.
But
there.
Austin Reeves is the guy I picked. He was 9-1, and son of a bitch, he actually made
Son
it.
of a bitch.
Nice.
Did you bet for or against Gronk getting a field goal?
I bet 4. I thought he made it last year.
No, he did.
4. I'm 4.
He failed.
Yeah, I know. Did
Oh,
you
he
see
already kicked
Did you
it?
see the kick?
No,
though?
no, last year.
Did you see the kick last year?
Yeah.
Every time I watch it, it looks like he made it.
Yeah.
It's weird. Oh, shout out Tones for picking the best beer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like that. Recognition.
Jerking each
Many
other off. up
many
here.
more
It's a big circle jerk.
selections
Yeah.
for you next studio, sir.
Yeah,
right.
next studio.
Down.
I'm stuck in the middle here.
Continue the trends.
Yeah, you've got to get that Visqueen plastic. By the way, that's what Double D was saying, Visqueen plastic. It dawned on me after the fact. That's what that tarp material is.
Visqueen.
Visqueen?
Visqueen. Yeah, Visqueen.
And the word I was looking for was drop cloth.
Drop cloth.
But that's
Also
not
a word.
That's not the word on the street.
Yeah.
That Sesame Street would say.
Yeah. All right. We'll
Bye,
see you
everybody.
guys. Look for us next week, 7 p.m.
New digs.
We'll be there somehow, some
New
way.
digs.
See you guys.
Someplace.